All right, YouTube Axis and Allies brethren, welcome back to Tour at 2 in Wake Forest, North Carolina for this third edition Axis and Allies 42.2 version battle between No Limit and myself, Captain Jack. This is not going to be the variant edition that you've seen the previous two games. This is going to be the standard setup. No Limit's taught me some lessons over here over the last couple of games, and I hope to learn and apply those and hopefully not make the same mistakes again. So again, this is the standard setup. No Limit is playing as the Allies and I'm playing as the Axis. No Limit has already done his first Russia turn. And if you're not subscribed to him already, which I'm sure you probably are, please do so. All right, so we've got 8 battles set up for this turn. The first one's going to be C-Zone 10, where I've got one sub going from C-Zone 9 into C-Zone 10, attacking that destroyer and transport. So let's take that to the board. All right, so a green hit die for each one. Subs attack at a 2, destroyers defend at a 2. So this is a real 50-50 battle here, so let's see what happens. And the sub missed. German sub missed. Here's the destroyer firing back. And it missed as well. All right, here's the sub again. And it did hit this time. So it did hit, so it did destroy the destroyer and the transport. So let's see if the destroyer can hit on its way out. And it does not. All right, so battle one down. Battle one down. So we've got this destroyer and transport in the UK and C-Zone 10 has been eliminated. All right, for battle number 2, it's also a C battle. In C-Zone 5, we've got in C-Zone 7, we've got 2 subs from C-Zone 5 traveling 2 spaces into C-Zone 7. 1 fighter from Norway is going to travel 2 spaces, and 1 fighter from Northwest Europe is also going to travel 2 spaces, and they'll both have 2 movements left in their fuel gauge. They'll be going up against 1 British battleship and 1 transport and 1 Russian submarine. So I'll need to find out, let's see here. So, okay, so we should be able to roll this one out. Should be able to roll this one out too. Let me set it up on the battle. I'm going to come back to that battle in C-Zone 7 because I'm asking a question of No Limit. So while I wait for him to reply to me, we're going to go ahead and go on to the next battle. In 1 sub from C-Zone 9 is going to go 2 spaces into C-Zone 14 and go after this British cruiser, along with this bomber from Germany. So the bomber from Germany will have 3 spaces left in its fuel gauge. So again, the sub from 9 is going to go into 14 and go after this cruiser and accompanied by this bomber. So we'll set up the dice for that now. All right, so 1 sub with a surprise strike. That to start with. And it hits. All right, so that's what a sub is supposed to do. So the cruiser has been destroyed and won't even get to fire back. If I understand the sub surprise strike correctly, then it doesn't even get to fire back. The cruiser doesn't. So the cruiser has been eliminated as well. All right, so far so good. All right, the next battle will also be a sea battle. Battleship from C-Zone 15 is going to move 1 space into C-Zone 17 with this transport. The transport has got a infantry unit and an artillery unit on it, but the battleship is going to go after the destroyer, the British destroyer first. So let's see what we get here for this roll. Oops. Sorry about the camera, guys. Okay. All right, so 1 battleship rolling at a red 4-hit die and 1 destroyer at a green 2-hit die. Let's see what happens. So the destroyer hits, the battleship misses. So there'll be a hit on the German battleship, but he's going to keep pressing on. Oh boy. All right, so 1 more hit by that destroyer and that battleship is destroyed. and it did not hit. So the battleship finally destroyed the destroyer. And so that'll do it for the Mediterranean UK Navy. All right, that got close there. That got too close for comfort. All right, so now the Battle of Transjordan. There was an infantry unit and an artillery unit coming from Southern Europe on the transport. Sorry, No Limit. I don't think I said where they were coming from, but an infantry and an artillery from Southern Europe was on that transport, offloaded in Sea Zone 17 into Transjordan, and is going to fight, go up against that one lone UK infantry unit. All right, so we got 2 green dice for the 2 green 2-hit dice for the infantry and artillery for Germany. Here is the roll, and they both miss. All right, so the UK infantry gets to fire back, and it misses as well. All right, so here we go. Infantry and artillery for Germany one more time. Both miss. And here is the infantry for the UK. And it hits. So it takes out an infantry unit. So one German infantry unit is gone. So we're going to press the attack. And the artillery hits. The German artillery hits the UK infantry. The UK infantry gets to fire back. Let's see if there'll be anything left in this space. And it hits. So the territory holds for UK, but all units have been destroyed. All units have been destroyed in Transjordan. So I'm going to pause the video here real quick while I get set up for the next battle. Take place here in the Ukraine. We've got 3 infantry from Ukraine. Excuse me. The battle's going to take place in the Caucasus. We've got 3 infantry from the Ukraine coming down, along with 1 artillery unit and 1 fighter, all coming from the Ukraine. All right, going up against 1 lone Russian infantry unit. So, for the 3 infantry and 1 promoted, so we got 2 infantry by themselves. We got 1 promoted, 1 artillery, and 1 fighter. Looking for 1 hit. And got 3 hits. All right, so that 1 Russian unit in the Caucasus has been destroyed. It does get to fire back in retaliation. It gets to use 1 green 2-hit die. Let's see what happens. And it misses. So the Caucasus is now in possession of Germany with no lost units. So Germany will go up 4 spaces from 37 to 41. Russia will go down from 28 to 24, back to its original IPC value. All right. Next, we've got the battle in the Baltic states. We've got 2 infantry and 1 artillery coming in from Poland. Oh, let me check that. Hold on just 2 infantry and 1 fighter coming in from Poland, along with 2 infantry from Germany. We're going against this lone Russian artillery unit in the Baltic states. All right, so we've got 4 1-hit die for the 4 infantry and 1 fighter at a blue 3-hit die. Going up against the 1 artillery. The artillery is the green die. So we've got 4 black, 1 blue, and 1 green. The green is the Russian artillery. My goodness, look at the black. Black dice hit at 50%. All right, so 3 hits there, so that's plenty to take out that 1 artillery. The artillery did miss. So the Baltic states is now back in the possession of Germany. Get that roundel out of here. All right, so that drops Russia down from 24 to 22. Moves Germany up from 41 to 43. Now for the Battle of Karelia. We've got 2 infantry from Belarusia coming in from the south. We've got 3 infantry from Finland coming in from the west. And we've got 2 infantry on a transport coming from Norway. So that'll total 7 infantry against 1 lone Russian infantry unit. So 7 infantry. So let's get these dice ready. I've got 5 black 1-hit die, and then I've got 2 D6s, 2 red D6s that will roll. So they'll need to hit on 1 or less. Well, it can't be less than 1. They'll need to hit on 1, and we're looking for 1 hit. And the Russian unit will get to fire back at a 2. They'll get to roll all this together. There's the roll, there's the 1 hit needed by the Germans, and there is also a hit by the Russian infantry. So it takes out 1 German infantry unit. All right, so let's get that Russian unit out of here. The Germans will lose a chip. Karelia will go to the Germans. Russia will go down 2 spaces from 22 to 20. The Germans will go from 43 to 45. Okay, so that does it so far, so good. One last battle will be in C-Zone 7. Right here, we've got the 2 subs, the 2 fighters going up against 1 British battleship, 1 transport, and 1 Russian sub. Sorry guys, I just remembered. I was so anxious to fight, I forgot about my build. So the production for this turn for Germany, they have 41 IPCs to spend. They're going to be spending 18 on 3 tanks and 21 on 3 infantry and 3 artillery. So that means they'll spend 39 IPCs, and they'll have 2 left over to spend next turn. Sorry I didn't get that done at the beginning. Just a brain lock there. So, all right. So that is it for the purchases of this turn.